Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about computed radiography. Actually, this computed radiography, like we have learned uh, in our X-ray film processing that the films are present. In the films, there will be silver specks which are formed, and these specks are responsible for formation of latent image and finally forming the final image. That is if there is a film present. But here, instead of having film, we have this imaging plates. These imaging plates will replace the films in computed tomography. So instead of these films, we have something called as imaging plates. These plates will contain the photostimulable phosphors. These will contain photostimulable phosphor molecules which have a thickness of 500 unit meters, or they might have they will have a the most commonly used or the most commonly used photo imaging plate is barium fluorohalide crystals doped with europium. So along with europium there is barium fluorohalide crystals which are used, and this contains bromide of around 85% and iodine of around 15%. These phosphors are present in powder form and they are present with a polyester base. There is polyester base, and to the polyester base there is this photostimulable phosphors are present, and all these will are also have a protective surface coat is also present to this polyester base. So this phosphor layer may become worn or scratched with time, and if it is worn or scratched with time, it can result in some artifacts. Now, what actually happens is that when the when the X-ray photons are X-ray photons will be will they are projected onto this photostimulable phosphor. So when the photostimulable phosphor will get excited and it produces electrons, here in photostimulable phosphate are occupied in the valence band. So when X-ray photons will, when they stimulate the polyester base, this will result in electrons present in the valence band. Now, these electrons present in the valence band and they are activated in the photostimulable phosphor. Now, what we do is we take this cassette and we have to scan this in a laser beam. When we scan this in a laser beam, this laser light will give these trapped electrons present in the valence band. They leave the sorry sorry it's X-ray photons. When they when they excite the photostimulable phosphor, the electrons from the valence band go into the conduction band, right? The electrons from the valence band will go into the conduction band. Now this cassette is placed onto the laser beam. So there will be a machine, and inside the machine we will load the cassette. Okay, now inside the cassette the electrons are present in the conduction band. Okay, now the electrons are present in the conduction band. When we load this uh, phosphor plate in the cassette inside the laser beam, this laser beam will emit red light. So whenever it emits the red light, okay, this will so when the red light is emitted, the electrons in the conduction band will come back to the valence band, and during this process light is released. Okay, this light is directed to the photomultiplier tube by optical fibers. There is a photomultiplier tube. So with the help of optical fibers, this light is directed to the photomultiplier tube, and this light is measured by the photomultiplier tube, and the intensity of this light is measured. Okay, most of the phosphors which are used here, they will emit blue end of the spectrum. So as a result, the scanning in the laser is done by the red light. Okay, this photomultiplier tube will produce the electric current, and this electric current or voltage is applied to a computer, and this computer will give the actual image. Okay, now sometimes what happens is this this what do we say this not all the electrons from the conduction band comes back to the valence band. There will be some residual electrons which are left in the conduction band only. So in order to prevent the residual electrons, we have to erase the image. That means we should bring all the electrons from the conduction band to valence band. For this we will have to we will have to expose this cassette again to the laser beam. Again you will have to run this machine, so that the laser beam will bring all the remaining residual electrons in the conduction band also to the valence band. So the time taken to extract the image is almost 30 to 45 seconds. So this is the important thing about the conventional or CR or computed radiography. Thank you.